Comic 183, and I, I have the ability to separate what I'm sort of viewing as pictures as to what I'm viewing as text. So I haven't read the text yet, but I kind of get the feeling I remember what's going on here. Let's go through it. Dude, we now have a kick-ass apartment. I know! Finally, we're away from that useless lump of a human who thinks the entire world exists merely to listen to his stereo. Freedom! Hey, I'm trying to listen to beer. Drink beer and listen to NSYNC on the other side of town, and you're totally ruined it for me. There are no words for how much I hate you. Oh, okay, so he's on the other end of town. I thought maybe he'd somehow moved in underneath and it was still going to be that particular storyline. Now, of course, there's Kenny's celebratory, and his head's back and his arms are up. I probably should have left his arms up because he just kind of, in the third panel, he drops his arms, but he's still looking up. And of course, he's not looking at. What did I name that one? I don't remember. I don't think I actually gave them names. Bro number 1 and Bro number 2 is probably what I should have named them, but I didn't because that was back when Bro and Guido and things like that weren't quite popular nomenclatures. Yay, Jersey Shore. Took me a minute to remember that show's name. That's a good sign. Maybe it's on its way up. So, yeah, listen to NSYNC. Seriously, one of the songs they boosted all the time was, what was the Michael Jackson tune? I think it was either Smooth Criminal or it might have been The Way You Make Me Feel, but it was one or two Michael Jackson numbers that one of the tall dude, not the shorter dude, would play all the time downstairs, and the shorter dude would play a lot of NSYNC. So it's very questionable music tastes for a loud stereo like that. I mean, I could probably even take trance. This was back before dubstep was a big thing, but trance and house music was pretty huge at the time of this. It was sort of late 90s, actually, no, it'd be the early 2000s, so 2002, 2003. It was still kind of, I pretend it was still cool, because I thought it was awesome. But that's just me. Um, so pretty much end of this story. They have moved, and then that little tie into the very beginning is, oh, I'm trying to listen on the other side of town. Totally ruined it for me. That's a pretty basic. There are no words for how much I hate you, and I do not use the word hate often, especially with people, but that guy that guy brought me very close to it. In fact, most of the people who, not most of the people, but there are a couple of characters who I brought into this comic was because of how strong a negative feeling I had towards them. I won't say hate, because I don't think I hate anyone. Any one person. I can hate people's actions, and I can hate their opinions, but I don't hate them for having them. Mostly I hate the manner in which they were led to harbor those opinions. Like when you look at a really small-minded, homophobic brute who just wants to, for example, round up all the homosexuals and put them in a pen. I I don't hate him. I hate the opinion. Mostly because I disagree with it, but what I hate is the society and the culture that allowed him to make it through his 60, 70 years of life having that opinion and almost kind of supporting and nurturing it. That's what I hate. I can't fault the man because he not only is from a place, but he's also from a time and a culture that totally agrees with that opinion. That's what I hate. I don't hate the man. I have a hard time faulting him because he's just a victim of his own environment. This got off topic. Anyway, look, funny comic, the stuff there. Remember I was talking about cutting around the ears? See the two haircuts? The blonde haircuts, you can't color in last because it has to stay pale. So you always have to do it first, which is why it doesn't tuck above the ears. And then I love the fact that he's got blonde hair and one of those dark bro. I used to call them chin smiles because they kind of go on that little. Oh, I think I just smacked my hand off the of the microphone. But yeah, I called them chin smiles because they're kind of at the half moon, but they just went underneath because you get it up from the corner to corner. I used to have one. I kind of liked it, but I had one just because I had no hair on the top of my head. I find they look pretty stupid with a ball cap and sunglasses. Mostly because I just didn't like the guy and I thought his look was stupid. But I didn't hate him. I came damn close, but I didn't hate him. Anyway, yeah, that's a lot of chat. So Comic 184 is tomorrow.